Welcome back everybody to beautiful Haulover Inlet and Boats versus Haulover. Today is going to be an interesting one. We've got a 16-mile-an-hour east wind, an outgoing tide, and it's a little cool down here today, which means we're probably not going to see a whole lot of traffic because it's a little rough out, and well, it's just not that perfect Miami weather. But it still will be very interesting to see how our captains fare as they try and do battle at the inlet. Of course, in a big Midnight Express like this, we're not going to have a whole lot of issues. But let's go ahead and get this competition started, and we'll step into our first round. Our first round competitor to come rolling out of Haulover, well, they're going to be breaking the rules right off the bat. It appears we've got a kid in the bow of the boat without a life jacket on, but today's a rough day. I don't know why anyone would want to ride in the bow of a boat coming out of Haulover on a day like today. So far they look pretty good, but we haven't quite hit those offshore rollers that happen just as we get outside of the mouth of the inlet. Right here, they're going to have to start to deal with a little bit of this yacht wake and some of these bigger rollers, and it's definitely going to slow this crew down, and they're going to start pounding. But look at the kid in the bow. He's hanging on for dear life and bouncing around. Here we'll take a closer look and kind of zoom in on him, but you can see here, he's kind of laying himself out to try and absorb the shock, but he's hanging on to that bow rail and flying all over the place. But once again, without a life jacket on and a kid in the bow, we're automatically going to have to give this vessel a loss. But still, it's just a rough day. I just can't imagine anybody enjoying this on a day like today. And that'll let Haulover Inlet take the early lead after the first round. Hopefully the boats can make a comeback here in the second round. Here we've got this Von Dutch sitting outside the mouth of the inlet. And right here they've slowed down, but it looks like they're kind of just lining themselves up. And it's not a bad idea. It's always a good idea when you're approaching an inlet to kind of stop, take a look, and assess the situation before you dive in. But these guys have found their spot, and they're going to go ahead and punch that throttle. And here we go as they make their way into the inlet. They're staying really bow high, which is a good thing. So hopefully they don't wind up stuffing the bow with the following sea. And man, it looks like this vessel's actually not going to have any issues coming in through this chop. They got themselves up on plane, let the boat do the work, and will easily take a win for the boats here in the second round. And that'll put us at a 1-1 tie as we head into the third round. Let's see if the boats can keep the momentum going. Here, I believe we have a Penga coming out of Haulover, but if you know what this vessel is, go ahead and let us know in the comments below. And man, these guys are probably in for a rough ride. You can hear that hull slapping, and they've already knocked stuff off the top of the console as well. This vessel's probably a little bit outclassed today. It's just not quite big enough to give these guys the kind of smooth ride they'd like to have as they're heading out fishing, and probably not going to be a very comfortable day overall if they're going out there to go fishing. Now this boat does have a nice high bow, so they're not really that likely of stuffing the bow, but it's just going to be a rough day. Haulover's going to smack them around a little bit, and for that, I'm going to go ahead and give Haulover the win in this round. And that'll take us into our fourth round with Haulover up 2-1. But the boats are going to bring a ringer in here in the fourth round as they're going to bring this CV out with quads. And even though Haulover's being a little bit feisty today, it's not being anywhere near angry enough to do anything to this CV. This CV is going to have no issues whatsoever, blasting its way straight out of the inlet, and will easily take a win for the boats here in the fourth round. And this is going to take us into our fifth and final round, tied at 2 apiece. Who will take the win this week? Will it be the boats or Haulover Inlet? And here you can see we're going to recognize this boat. This was our early offender from earlier in the episode. Now, I'm not going to fine him twice for running through the inlet with a kid with no life jacket, but I do have a hard time myself just giving somebody a win. So I'm going to let you guys decide on this one. Who wins this fifth round? Does Haulover knock these guys around enough to take a win, or does the boat take a win and the boats take the win in the episode? Light it up in the comments below and let me know, and we'll let you guys decide the winner. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens in the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.